Hello, Shalom. Join me with this week's Torah portion. Vayishlach, meaning he sent. We'll be reading in Genesis 32 forward all the way through Genesis 36:43. All of Obadiah, and from the Apostles, Matthew 2:13 through 2:23. Be reading from the book, the Scriptures. Genesis 32 on page 34, picking up from. And he commanded them, saying, that this is my master Esau. Your servant Jacob said this, I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there until now. Now this is and I have bulls and donkeys and flocks and male and female servants. And I have sent to inform my master to find favor in your eyes. So the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, we came to your brother Esau, and he is also coming to meet you, and 400 men with him. And Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, so he divided the people who were with him, and the flocks and the herds and camels into two groups. And he said, if Esau comes to the one group and strikes it, then the other group which is left shall escape. And Jacob said, O Elohim of my father Abraham and Elohim of my father Isaac, Yahweh who said to me, return to your land and to your relatives, and I do good to you. I do not deserve the least of all the loving commitment and all the truth which you have shown your servant. For I passed over this Jordan with my staff, and now I have become two groups. Deliver me, I pray, for the hand of my brother, and from the hand of Esau. For I fear him, lest he come and shall strike me, and the mother with the children. For you said, I shall certainly do good to you, and shall make your seed as the sand of the sea, which are too numerous to count. And he spent the night there, and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau his brother, 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 suckling camels with their colts, 40 cows, 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 fowls. And he gave them into the hand of his servant, every drove by itself, and said to his servants, pass over before me, and put some distance between drove and drove. And he commanded the first one, saying, when Esau my brother meets you and asks you, saying, to whom do you belong, and where are you going? And who are those in front of you? Then you shall say, they are your servant Jacob's. It is a present sent to my master Esau. And see, he is also behind us. So he commanded the second and the third, and he also followed the droves, saying, speak to Esau the same word when you find him. And you shall say also, look, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, let me appease him with the present that goes before me. Okay, lost my place there for a second. So he commanded the second and the third, and all who speak to Esau the same word, and shall say also, look, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, let me appease him with the present that goes before me, and after that see his face. He might accept me. And the present passed over before him, but he himself spent the night in the camp. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 female servants and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford of Jacob. And he took them and sent them over the stream, and sent them over that he had. And Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. And when he saw that he did not overcome him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was dislocated, and he wrestled with him, And he said, let me go, for the day breaks. But he said, I am not letting you go until you have blessed me. So he asked him, what is your name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, your name is no longer Jacob, but Yisrael, because you have striven with Elohim, with men, and have overcome. And Jacob asked him, saying, please let me know your name. And he said, why do you ask about my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen Elohim's face to face, and my life was preserved. And the sun rose on him as he passed over Peniel, and he limped on his hip. This is why the children of Israel to this day do not eat the seam of the hip, which is on the socket of the thigh, because he touched the socket of the thigh of Jacob in the seam of the hip. And Jacob lifted his eyes and looked, and saw Esau coming, with him 400 men, and he divided the children among Leah and Rachel, and the 2 female servants. And he put the female servants and their children in front, and Leah and her children behind, and Rachel and Joseph last. And he himself passed over before them, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times, until he came near to his brother. And Esau ran to meet him, and embraced him, and fell on his neck, and kissed him, and they wept. And he lifted his eyes, and saw the women and children, and said, who are these with you? And he said, the children with whom Elohim has favored your servant. Then the female servants came near, they and their children, and bowed themselves. And Leah also came near with her children, and they bowed themselves. And Joseph and Rachel came near, and they bowed themselves. Then Esau said, what do you mean by all this company when I met? And he said, to find favor in the eyes of my master. But Esau said, I have enough, my brother. To what you have remained yours. And Jacob said, no, please, if I have now found favor, blessing in your eyes, then receive my present from my hand, because I have seen your face, like seeing the face of Elohim, and you were pleased with me. Please take my blessing that is brought to you, because Elohim has favored me, and because I have all I need. And he urged him, and he took it. And he said, let us depart and go. Let me go before you. But he said to him, my master knows the children are weak, and the flocks and herds which are nursing are with me. And if the men should drive them hard, one day all the flock shall die. Please let my master go before his servant, and let me lead only slowly according to the pace of the livestock that go before me, and according to the pace of the children, until I have come to my master in Seirah. And he says, please let me leave with you some of the people who are with me. But he said, why this? Let me find favor in your eyes, O my master. And Esau returned that day on his way to Seirah. And Jacob set out to Sukkot, and built himself a house, and made booths for his livestock. That is why the name of the place is called Sukkot. And Jacob came safely in the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came to Padaram, and he pitched his tent before the city. And he brought the portion of the field, and he bought the portion of the field where he pitched his tent from the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 kestet. And he set up a slaughter place there, and he called it El Yisrael. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, whom she had borne to Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hittite, prince of the land, saw her, and took her, and lay with her, and humbled her. And his being clung to Dinah, the daughter of Jacob. And he loved the girl, and spoke kindly to the girl. And Shechem spoke to his father Hamor, saying, Take this girl from me for a wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled his daughter. Now his sons were with his livestock in the field, so Jacob kept silent until they came. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out to Jacob to speak with him. And the sons of Jacob came in from the field when they heard it. And the men were grieved and very wroth, because he had done a senseless deed in Israel by lying with Jacob's daughter, which should not have been done. But Hamor spoke with them, saying, My son Shechem being longs for your daughter. Please give her to him for a wife, and intermarry with us. Give us your daughters, and take our daughters for yourselves. And dwell with us, and let the land be before you. Dwell and move about in it, and have possessions in it. And Shechem said to her father and her brothers, Let me find favor in your eyes, and whatever you say to me I give. Ask of me a bride price and gift ever so high, and I give according to what you say to me. But give me the girl for a wife. But the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father, and spoke with deceit, because he had defiled Dinah, their sister. Dinah. And they said to them, We are not able to do this matter, to give our sister to one who is uncircumcised, for that would be a reproach to us. Only on this condition will we agree to you, if you become as we are, to have every male of you circumcised. Then we shall have your daughters, and then we shall give our daughters to you, and take your daughters to us. And we shall dwell with you, and we shall become one people. But if you do not listen to us, and be circumcised, we shall take our daughters and go. And the words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. And the young man did not delay to do this, because he delighted in Jacob's daughter. Now he was more respected than all the household of his father. And Hamor and Shechem, his son, came to the gate of the city, and spoke with the men of their city, saying, These men are at peace with us. So let them dwell in the land and move about in it, and see the land is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters for us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only on this condition would the men agree to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us is circumcised as they are circumcised. Their herds and their possessions and all their beasts, they would not be ours. Should they not be ours? Only let us agree with them, and let them dwell with us. And all who went out to the gate of the city listened to Hamor and Shechem his son. Every male was circumcised, all who went out to the gate of his city. And it came to be on the third day, when they were in pain, that two of the sons of Jacob, Shimon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, each took his sword, and came boldly upon the city, and killed all the males. And they killed Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword. And they took Dinah from Shechem's house, and went out. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain, and plundered the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their flocks and their herds, and their donkeys, in which that was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives they took captive. They plundered all that was in the houses. And Jacob said to Simon and Levi, You have troubled me by making me a stench among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. I am few in number. They shall gather themselves against me, and shall strike me, and I shall be destroyed, my household and I. But they said, Should he treat our sister like a whore? 35. And Elohim said to Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make a slaughter place there to El, who appeared to you when you fled from the face of Esau your brother. And Jacob said to his household, and all that were with him, Put away the foreign mighty ones that are among you, and cleanse yourselves, and change your garments, and let us arise and go to Bethel, and let me make there a slaughter place to El, who answered me in the day of my distress, and had been with me in the way which I have gone. So they gave Jacob all the foreign mighty ones which were in their hands, and all their carvings, and all their earrings which were in the ears. And Jacob hid them under the terebinth tree, which was near Shechem. And they departed, and the fear of Elohim was upon the cities that were all around them, and they did not pursue the sons of Jacob. And Jacob came to Luz, that is in Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, and he and all the people who were with him. And he built a slaughter place, and called the place El Bethel, because there Elohim appeared to him when he fled from the face of his brother. And Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried below Bethel under the terebinth tree. So the name of it was called Eliam Bechol. And Elohim appeared to Jacob again when he came to Padanaram, and blessed him. And Elohim said to him, Your name is Jacob. Your name is no longer called Jacob, but Israel is your name. So he called his name Israel. And Elohim said to him, I am El Shaddai. Be fruitful and increase a nation, and a company of nations shall be from you, and sovereigns come from your body. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac I give to you. and to your seed after I give this land. And Elohim went up from him in the place where he had spoken with him. And Jacob set up a standing column in the place where he had spoken with him, a monument of stone, which he poured a drink offering on it, and he poured oil on it. And Jacob called the name of the place where Elohim spoke with him, Bethel. Then they set out from Bethel. It came to be, when they were but a little distance to go to Ephrath, when Rachel began to give birth, and had greatly difficulty giving birth. And it came to be, as she was having great difficulty giving birth, that the midwife said to her, Do not fear, for it is another son for you. And it came to be, as her life was going out, for she died, that she called his name Ben-Oni, but his father called him Benjamin. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, which is in Bethlehem. And Jacob set a standing column on her burial place, which is the monument of Rachel's burial place to this day. And Israel set out and pitched his tent beyond the tower of Eder. And it came to be, when Israel dwelt in the land, when Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard about it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simon, and Levi, and Judah, and Nishkar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's female servant, were Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's female servant, were Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padmer. And Jacob came to his father, Isaac, at Madarim, or Churarib, which is in Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had sojourned. And the days of Isaac were 180 years. So Isaac breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people, aged and satisfied of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. 36. And this is the genealogy of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took wives from the daughters of Canaan. Edar, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Ulamath, the daughter of Enan, the daughter of Saban the Hittite, and Bashim, the Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebath, and Ador bore Ephilis to Esau, and Basemath bore Raul, and Obalaph bore Yush, and Yablam, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau, who were born to him in the land of Canaan. And Esau took his wives, and his sons, and his daughters, and all the beings of his household, and his herds, and all his beasts, and all his possessions which he had gained in the land of Canaan, and went to the land away from the presence of his brother Jacob. For their possessions were too great for them to dwell together, and the land was of their sojourn could not support them because of their herds. So Esau dwelt in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And this is the genealogy of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These were the names of Esau's sons: Ephilas, son of Ade, wife of Esau, and Raul, son of Basin, wife of Ishal. The sons of Eliphaz were Taman, Omar, Sephino, and Gatam, and Chuzan. And Taman was the concubine of Ephah's sons, and she bore Amalek to Ephes, which were the sons of Ador, Esau's wife. These were the sons of Raul, Nahiel, and Zevram, Shamim, and Mizah. These were the sons of Bashim, Esau's wife. These were the sons of Ubalam, Esau's wife, the daughter of Anan, the daughter of Siban, and she bore to Esau Yush, Yemlin, and Korah. These were the chiefs of the sons of Esau. The sons of Ephraim, the firstborn son of Esau, were Chief Teman, Chief Omar, Chief Sophar, Chief Juzan, Chief Kuran, Chief Gatam, Chief Amalek. These were the chiefs of Ephes, the land of Edom. They were the sons of Adar. And those were the sons of Raul, sons of Chief Chief Nathan, Chief Zavram, Chief Salmon, Chief Mizar. These were the chiefs of Reuben in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Ammon's wife, Chief Yasser, Chief Yatim, Chief Koran. These were the chiefs descending from Ammon, Esau's wife, the daughter of Ammon. These were the sons of Esau, who in Edom, and these were their chiefs. These were the sons of Suri, the Hotai, who inhabit the land of Lotan and Sobal, and Shihon and Anak, and Dishon and Esther. And Dishon, these were the chiefs of the Hotites, the sons of Suri in the land of Edom. And the sons of Lotan were Horai and Lamhan. Lotan's sister was Timnah. And these were the sons of Shobal, Alawan, Manahan, Ibal, Shepho, and Oam. And these were the sons of Siban, both Anyan and Ayan. This was the Anyan who found the water in the wilderness as he fled the donkeys to his father Saban. These were the children of Anan, Dishon and Elwan, the daughter of Anan. And these were the sons of Dishon, Heman and Eshban and Yiran and Karan. And these were the sons of Esther, Bilihan and Zawan and Akwan. And these were the sons of Dishon, Utz and Areen. And these were the chiefs of the Hotites, Chief Lotan, Chief Sobal, Chief Siban, Chief Anan, Chief Dishon, Chief Esther, Chief Dishon. These were the chiefs of the Hotites according to their chiefs in the land of Surah. And these were the sovereigns who reigned in the land of Edom, before any sovereign reigned over the children of Israel. And Bela, the son of Belial, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Dinahaba. And Bela died, and Jeroboam, son of Zerub of Bashan, reigned in his place. And Yobad died, and Hushman of the land of the Temerites reigned in his place. And Hushman died, and Hanan son of Bedham, who struck Midim in the field of Moab, reigned in his place. And the name of his city was Awith. And Hawad died, and Salmach of Meserate reigned in his place. That concludes Genesis portion, the Torah portion. Moving on to the prophets. Obadiah, page 617 of the scriptures. The vision of Obadiah. This is what the Master Yahweh said concerning Edom. We have heard a report from Yahweh, and a messenger has been sent among the nations, saying, Arise, and let us rise up against her for battle. See, I have made you small among the nations. You are greatly despised. The pride of your heart has deceived you. You have dwelt in the clefts of the rock, whose dwelling is high, who say in your heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Though you rise as an eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars, from there I shall bring you down, declares Yahweh. If thieves came to you, if robbers by night, how ruined you would have been. Would they not steal till they had enough? If grape gatherers had come to you, would they not leave gleanings? For Esau shall be searched out. His hidden treasure shall be sought out. All your allies shall send you forth in the boulder to the boulder. Your friends shall deceive you and overpower you. They make you bread of snare They make your bread a snare under you, without you discerning it. In the day, declares Yahweh, I shall destroy the wise man from Edom, and discernment from the mountains of Esau. And your mighty men shall be discouraged, O Tenman, so that everyone from the mountains of Esau is cut off by killing. Because of your violence against your brother Jacob, let shame cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. On the day that you should, on the other side, in the day that strangers took captive his wealth, when foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots for Jerusalem, you also were like one of them. And you should not have looked on your brother's day in the day of his estrangement, nor rejoice over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, nor made your mouth great in the day of distress, nor have entered the gate of my people in the city of their calamity, nor looked down on their evil in the day of their calamity, nor have seized their wealth in the day of their calamity, nor have stood at the parting of the way and cut off his fugitives, nor handed over his survivors in the day of distress. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the nations. As you have done, it shall be done to you. Your reward shall come back on your own head. For as you have drunk on my set-apart mountain, so do all the nations drink continually. And they shall drink and shall swallow, and they shall be as though they had never been. But on Mount Zion there shall be an escape, and they shall be set apart, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, but the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall burn among them, and they shall consume them, so that no survivor is left of the house of Esau. For Yahweh has spoken, and they shall possess the south, with the mountains of Esau, and low country with the Philistines. And they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samarim, and Benjamin with Gilead. And the exiles over the host of the children of Israel possessed that of the Canaanites, as far as the Sephra, and the exiles of Jerusalem, who were sent into Sharad, possessed the cities of the south. And saviors shall come to Mount Zion to judge the mountains of Esau, and the rain shall belong to Yahweh. That's the prophet section. Matthew 2:13 through 2:23, page 920. And when they had left, see, a messenger of Yahweh appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, take the child and his mother, and flee to Mizraim, and remain there until I bring you word, for Herod is about to seek the child to destroy him. And rising up, he took the child and his mother by night and departed for Mizraim, Egypt, and remained there until the death of Herod, to fill what was spoken by Yahweh through the prophet, saying, Out of Mizraim I have called my son. Then Herod, having seen what he fooled by the Magi, was greatly enraged, and sent forth and slew all the male children of Bethlehem and in the borders, all its borders, from 2 years and under, according to the time which he had exactly learnt from the Magi. Then they filled what was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, A voice was heard in Ramah, wailing and weeping, in great mourning, Rahel weeping for her children, refusing to be comforted, because they were no more. Jeremiah 31:15. And Herod, having died, seeing a messenger of Yahweh appeared in a dream to Joseph in Mizraim, saying, Arise and take the child and his mother and go to the land of Israel, for those seeking the life of the child are dead. And rising up, he took the child and his mother and came into the land of Israel. But hearing that Archelaus was reigning over Judah instead of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. And having been warned in a dream, he departed to the parts of Galilee, and came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, thus to fulfill what was spoken by the prophets, he shall be called a Nazarene. Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible. Talk to the Father.